Hello and welcome to another Friday the 13th. It's been a while. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. A young handicapped child named Jason drowned in a lake, so his crazy mother went around murdering camp counselors for revenge! Before a cryptic ending that made no sense. But then the sequel was like, nope, just kidding, Jason didn't die, he's still here, and he starts killing camp counselors for revenge! And he hunted them down whilst wearing a ridiculous sack on his head, but then he supposedly died! Before a cryptic ending that made no sense. Let's make another one!
You might like it.
Now, originally, the story was actually going to be way ahead of its time. It was supposed to follow Ginny from part 2 trying to cope with the traumatic experience she endured. She would have started to learn self-defense, and once she finds her boyfriend's corpse at college, she would then track down Jason to defeat him once and for all. That sounds awesome! And this predates Halloween 2018! It even predates Sarah Connor! There was also another idea of her being in a psychiatric hospital, and Jason would then track her down and start to murder everyone in the building. Because that's completely original and never been done before. However, Amy Steele, who played Ginny, refused to come back as she wanted to do other things, so the plagiarized idea and the awesome idea were both dropped. She did later admit though that she regretted turning it down. And so she should.
Do something like this.
This was also supposed to be the end of the entire series. Yeah, we'll get a lot of those. As a trilogy, but the script was constantly being changed as Ron Kurz, who wrote the previous film, also refused to come back. But this was also the first movie where Jason ditched the sack and finally donned the iconic hockey mask that we all grew to love. Only ditching the sack because it looked far too much like the Elephant Man. Yeah, that was the problem.
That's right.
This is also the one and only movie in the franchise filmed in 3D. There's a reason. Oh, and my dream finally came true because the movie was released on August the 13th, 1982, which was in fact a Friday. And it only took them 3 movies to do it. Proud of you guys.
Well, that's a start.
But amazingly, this managed to knock E.T. off the #1 box office spot and was even the second highest grossing horror that year, only behind Poltergeist, and had the 3rd most attendance of the entire franchise with nearly 12 million tickets. But despite its financial success, critics hated it, praising the acting and some even liking the 3D. Ow!
You figure it out.
But others even claimed that it's so bad it makes the previous films look somewhat tolerable in comparison. Well, the first one sucked. The second one sucked. 3rd time's the charm? The film literally takes place immediately after the events of part 2. Again, never been done before. It literally looks exactly the same as Halloween 2. The murders all took place. We see the aftermath the same night as it's being discussed on the news. Then the rest of the film is set the following day with Jason returning to murder everyone in his path. That's pretty much it.
Oh, real smart.
But of course we have to start the movie recapping the entire first film's climax. Stop doing this! And all the flashback does is remind me how ridiculous Jason looked with that sack on his face. How ridiculous it was that Jason actually believed Ginny was his mother despite her being dead. And how bad the guy's acting was. Ginny! Ginny! Still terrible. And yep, this flashback actually lasts for the entire first 6 minutes of the movie. And look at this incredible 3D text. They went all out with this gimmick. I still don't get it though. Ginny survived part 2, but her boyfriend isn't even acknowledged, yet she was the one that Jason attacked. Oh, never mind, he's back.
Didn't I feed you enough for supper?
Why does absolutely everyone in horror movies sneak up on friends or family? Oh! Dude!
Sorry. Just wanted to know if I could eat this pizza.
We're introduced to these hillbilly characters who are clearly gonna die, but my god are they entertaining. But hey, Jason wastes absolutely no time in this one, getting straight to business. And with none other than a good old-fashioned meat cleaver. Old hair curlers here doesn't stand a chance. Nice. We meet the new kids on the menu, but they actually try to build suspense here with the Jason music playing, despite them clearly showing him as their friend seconds earlier as they walked away, and it's also clearly not Jason. This isn't how fake-outs work. But oh well, we've had a fake-out, deaths, they talk about sex.
Sex, sex, sex. You guys are getting boring, you know that?
And we get some stoners, all within the first 20 minutes. Horror movie bingo!
There are better things to do with your life.
And yep, these are supposed to be the thrilling 3D effects that we're getting, folks. Passing a blunt towards the camera.
It's the cops.
Oh my God.
What? They're catching us. Hurry.
What are we gonna do?
Destroy the evidence. Hurry.
Christ, this acting is atrocious.
Hey, kiddo, don't let your imagination run away with you.
What imagination? Someone just died. She didn't imagine that. Oh, and we get a blatant attempt at trying to bring back the magical glory that was Crazy Ralph.
He wanted me to warn you. Look upon this omen and go back from whence ye came. I have warned thee.
No, it's not the same. You had your chance and you blew it. We miss you, Ralph. Oh well, look! Amazing 3D effect of an eyeball in the camera! The movie clearly doesn't understand how suspense works, though. Not only do they misuse the Jason fake-out earlier, but they do it here too! We get the Jason music as another guy, clearly not Jason, is watching from the window. Oh look, it's not Jason, what a shock. The thing is, none of these characters are actually memorable. None are developed upon, none are interesting, and none have any personality, except this annoying Seth Rogen dude who's called Shelly. It's like he's constantly trying to be the annoying guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Would you be yourself if you look like this?
What do you got in there?
My whole world.
And that little thing?
Stick around. You'll see.
Why aren't you down at the lake with everybody else?
Oh, they said they were going skinny dipping, and I'm not skinny enough.
Just die! Holy shit, he did, yes!
Oh my. Get up.
Fuck! Wait, that means he's screwed later. Cool.
Chris, leave him alone. He doesn't know any better.
It was a joke!
Oh, trust me, Shelley, that doesn't work anymore.
Shelly! I need some money.
Stop throwing things at the camera, it doesn't make it 3D! Hey guys, I made a 3D review, look! But look, it has bikers! Oh, this movie is so edgy and badass.
I'll take that now.
Is this your rubber? Didn't your mama teach you manners?
If you want something, you ask. Nice.
Please, be cool.
May I please have the wallet?
You mean, may I please have the wallet, ma'am?
I am watching Badass Bikers teach the heroes manners in a horror movie.
Here, you drive. The way I feel right now, I'd probably get us into an accident.
Oh, honey, you're already in an accident. So basically, the premise is that Shelley was set up on a blind date during this trip with this girl, but she's not interested from the very beginning.
So, which one's my date?
Hi.
You're Shelly?
Sorry.
So, lazy, but an easy setup for you to feel sorry for him. But that still fails, somehow. He goes out of his way to wreck their bikes, then comes back for more and does it again, endangering them further. Okay, fine, he wanted to show off and impress the girl, sure. But earlier, he faked his own murder for a laugh, and then he pranks the girl again later on, despite knowing how angry she was the first time.
I just want you to like me.
And that is how to do it? What, pretend that you were murdered and then pretend to kill her? What? He eventually does reveal his feelings and gets shut down, but how or why are we meant to feel sympathy when he's just an annoying asshole?
Sure. We'll talk. bitch.
He even calls her a bitch for turning him down! Why, you've known her a day, you creepy weirdo!
Hey, what do you say we go get some exercise?
This is all the exercise I need.
Yeah, testing the patience with your fucking annoying 3D yo-yoing skills. Stop that, it doesn't work!
My poor car, what did you do to it?
Yeah, well, we're real sorry, you know, but it wasn't our fault.
Few minor repairs. It'll be good as new.
That's it. I've had it.
I'm gonna act an emotion.
The bikers even somehow managed to find their way to the camp. No idea how. Shelley and his not girl left way ahead of them. They had no chance of following them. But what kind of badass bikers are these? She heads into a barn and plays musical instruments as she walks around. She's like a kid at Disneyland, not the leader of a cool gang. But her face is pretty funny when she trips over and barely avoids a pitchfork. But why exactly is Jason hiding for so long? He's up a ladder and literally kicks some hay down at her. Ooh, I'm gonna get you. And then she goes up there like, ooh, kiss chase, I'm gonna kiss you. And I think her climbing the ladder is even meant to be a 3D effect. What the hell are you doing? You're meant to be this badass biker and you're in an 80s movie. You can't even do that right. But apparently Jason is some kind of ninja because he grabs her completely silently. And how did he even manage to stab her throat and stick her up that high? And then the other biker comes in and his death is treated all powerful, but it's pathetic. He just kind of gently puts the pitchfork into him and his face is hilarious. Then the third guy follows, somehow knowing exactly where they went. Even when he finds one of the bodies, it looks more like he's trying not to laugh. And even his death is pathetic. Is Jason losing his touch already? Oh, look, an aerial POV. What a groundbreaking 3D effect.
How do we do it?
Well, first we take our clothes off, and then you get on top of me, or I could get on top of you.
I know how to do it. I mean, how do we do it in the hammock?
These guys never heard of Doggy? Oh, and this is the film that began completely inventing tragic backstories of new characters never previously been mentioned, just to link them with Jason. Weirdly, Jason and his mum are actually never mentioned in this film by name. It's one of the only ones in the entire franchise where their backstory isn't covered. Again.
Oh shit!
But this girl had previously been at this camp when a deformed man attacked her and she's only just had the courage to return. And I must admit, she narrates the story while we see this traumatic flashback and it actually is a really cool way to have it done. And also, in the original script, Jason was going to have raped her in the flashback. Yep, they had to tone down a lot of the gore, so they also scrapped this. I guess they just wanted to save all the rape for Freddy.
I couldn't believe it.
But she claims that Jason attacked her, she blacked out and woke up in bed. What the hell happened? Why didn't he kill her? Did someone save her? It's never explained. I also find it really weird that Shelley has the infamous Jason mask. What, so he predicted Jason's new attire somehow? What, is he psychic? Why did he have one coincidentally the same night Jason decided to wear one for the first time? And why does Jason decide to wear one? He's never mentioned again. He's never like on a hockey team or anything. Just, oh yeah, that'll do.
You guys doing something I shouldn't see?
And then he turns the lights on. This dude's a creep. Jason, where are you? And of course, naturally, she believes that Shelley got into shape and became Jason. But look at this amazing 3D. Okay, that was awesome. But considering this takes place just the next day, how the hell did Jason get a lot more buff in the past 24 hours? With perfect fucking aim. There are some good fake outs though. This woman is in the shower and we see Jason elsewhere approaching, so we assume that it's him when the door opens, but it's actually her boyfriend. There's a lot of suspense and it's really well done. But he's walking on his hands. Do people do that? Jason kills him seconds later, but this looks so funny. He's just standing to the side of the wall quietly, waiting patiently like, any minute now. Ah, gotcha! Okay, that didn't happen. But why the hell didn't Jason just kill her then and there? And also, she gets out of the shower, right? And what, she doesn't see any blood? Did Jason just drag the body away and then mop up all the blood? And her hair is completely dry. And I don't trust anybody who has showers that short.
What? Where's this coming from?
Look up? What the hell was the point in that line? I mean, it is a cool throwback to the original, but still.
Why are you screaming?
Oh, it's probably Debbie having an orgasm. How come you never scream when we have sex?
Give me something to scream about.
You're in Friday the 13th, part 3! Ah! But the biggest travesty is that Shelley dies. Of course, they think it's fake, but we don't even get to see it. Screw you, movie! This woman gets turned into a kebab, but she doesn't even seem to be bothered by it. It's a mix of slight inconvenience and full-on orgasm.
Everybody else has taken off and left us.
You wouldn't do that.
Well, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go outside and take a look around.
And then I'm gonna take an acting class. Wait, what? Big bad, unstoppable Jason is holding back Rick and covering his mouth. What, like, shh, they'll hear you. It's Jason! And don't you say this is before Jason became superhuman and they want to make it more realistic. Because just seconds later, he completely crushes the dude's head and it looks like a cartoon. This is ridiculous.
Ooh! Where's that coming from?
Will you stop saying that? It's obvious where it's coming from! I must admit, the main girl is actually adorable, but god damn, these characters are boring! The only one we remember is Shelley for all the wrong reasons!
Help me!
I will after you stop fucking smiling! Oh well, have a body. But she is so bad. She doesn't even look scared. Her face is normal, then screams because it's in the script, so she has to. And then her face is completely normal again afterwards. There's no acting involved. Although a minute later, she does find another corpse and her acting does improve. Well done. But they seem to go back and forth with wanting Jason to be realistic and then being a god. Just seeing him casually walk out of a door amuses me. What's going on here? Ow. Ah, that ought to hold her. Now, where is she? She struggles to find the keys, but once she does, the car actually starts completely fine. What the hell? That's not how horror movies are supposed to work. But hey, kudos to Jason. He does not give a shit. Just stands in the middle of the road, fully prepared to just take the hit. You know, I've only just remembered that this was supposed to be 3D. What, did they just forget to do more effects for it? They've had like 5, if that. And does everyone in the movie have a damn problem with looking up? Can't see corpses. Jason can't see her. And then she falls on him and makes him look like a bitch. Did she really expect a bale of hay to stop the guy? And then somehow one hit to the head from a shovel knocks him out. Even temporarily, I'm not buying that. It is a cool idea though for her to hang the bastard. It is so brutal. But now Jason is not human. A lot of people say he started human and then later on in the franchise he became a supernatural zombie. But here he gets hanged and his neck snaps. He is not human. See? I will admit though, her acting is amazing here. But I love how Jason somehow remembers her through the hundreds he's probably attacked over the years and removes his mask like peekaboo. Then the black biker returns, but his reaction to his own hand being cut off is hilarious. He looks so bored. Oh no, that's a pain. How did he even survive the first attack anyway?
Why not?
But he does get an axe to the face, which doesn't bother him. Yeah, until it does. Delayed reaction, I guess. And will these people stop getting in canoes? But it is a clever fake out because she wakes up fine, then a duck nearly attacks her, but then Jason spots her, which looks hilarious. Oh, there you are. Also, isn't Jason's mystery a bit ruined by the fact that we're only 3 movies in and we already know what his face looks like? Oh, and then his mum Pamela comes out of the lake to attack her, but she never met Pamela and has no idea who it is, so how the hell does she imagine this? Pamela never comes back. And how does a corpse still have a head? Stop having dumb endings that make no sense!
Looks like she's the only one left alive.
I love how casual he says that. Yep, they're all dead, no survivors. Which usually means that she'll die in the first 5 minutes of the next film. I'm noticing a pattern here. And for some reason, the authorities never even touch Jason's body. They just leave it in a damn barn. Oh, just end! How many endings do you have? Right, I think 2 was better. I mean, 2 has a lot of dumb moments, but I prefer diving into the Jason story, and the little shack in the woods was a creepy idea. Overall, it just had a creepier feel wondering about Jason. Here, he's never mentioned, and it's just him killing people randomly. In the Halloween films, even the worst ones have a plot and a reason for the killing. This is just Jason walking around slaughtering, and that's what the franchise grew to become. And honestly, it works. The fans knew what they wanted, mindless gore and a bunch of characters to be ripped apart, and honestly, it accomplishes that. It provides exactly what it says on the tin. And that was Friday the 13th Part 3. And I don't think you'll have to wait very long to see Jason again.